Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos and welcome to Lumiose City where we have a rematch from round 10 where it's the Lumiose Lightning hosting the Cinnabar Flare. The Flare looking to win again as they defeated the Lumiose Lightning last time, and the Flare are going to start out with Cinderace and Turtonator, whereas Raichu in its Cantonian form and Arctozolt are starting out for the Lumiose Lightning. Now let us know who you think is going to win in the comments below, the Lumiose Lightning or the Cinnabar Flare. Cinderace comes out with that speed advantage and it's going to go with a stab attack in Flame Wheel. It's going to go straight after Raichu and gets a very good hit, taking Raichu already down into the yellow. Raichu, though, straight away has its opportunity to respond and goes with a Minimize. It's going to boost its evasiveness, see if that helps it in the long run. Arctozolt's going to follow it up as well. Arctozolt's going to go with a Shadow Ball here. Looks like it's going to go after Cinderace. Does a decent amount of damage to Cinderace, but still, Cinderace does have its special defense lowered in that attack. Turtonator now, the Fire Dragon type, is going to go with a Strength Sap. Now, it's already got full health, so it's not going to restore any HP here, but it will lower Arctozolt's attack stat. Now, as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. And the Cinnabar Flare have actually gone into overtime twice, and both times they did win those games. Cinderace goes with the Hound now. Lifts its attack stat up, as well as Turtonator's, so helping out the teammate there. Raichu has the opportunity to take advantage of not taking any damage this turn. Goes with an extra sensory. So he's going to use that Psychic move on Turtonator. Chipping away there down at the Dragon type. Arctozolt now goes with a Fire Punch. This won't be very effective on the already Fire types, doing very minimal damage to Turtonator there. But Turtonator's flinched, so Turtonator's not going to get a move out this turn. So it was actually a pretty decent play by Arctozolt. Cinderace now. Going to go with the Grass Pledge. Targets Arctozolt with that move. Decent hit. Now Raichu's going to go. It goes with the Coil, so it's going to raise its own stats here. And there it is. Raichu lifting those attack and defense stats, as well as its accuracy, so it's had its evasiveness boosted as well as its own accuracy. This could pay off. You get a Circle Throw now coming from Arctozolt. It's going to send Turtonator back to the bench. Turtonator gets taken down into the yellow before that happens though. Now coming out in its place is Colossal, Fire Rock type. Now Cinderace with its boosted 116 attack stats. Going to go with an Icicle Spear targeting Raichu here. Gets the first hit in. There's a multi-hit move. It's got two. If it gets the third, it'll get the job done. And it does. So Raichu is the first Pokemon eliminated in this matchup. Arctozolt surely wants to avenge its teammate here. And it's going to go with a Grass Knot. Now this won't be very effective if it goes for Cinderace. It'll do normal damage to Colossal. Now Colossal is going to respond and go for its first move of the matchup. And it's going to try for a Guillotine, and it's going to succeed. It's going straight after Arctozolt with this one-hit KO move, and Arctozolt is taken down. There's now two Pokemon from the Lumiose Lightning in one turn eliminated. That is fantastic by Cinderace and Colossal there. We have Luxray now coming out for the Lumiose Lightning, and it's going to be joined by Toxtricity. Now, as always for the Lumiose Lightning, Toxtricity is in its amped form. Its low-key form is a member of the Verbank Venom. Cinderace is still the quickest Pokemon on the field though. And it's going to go with a Memento. Oh no. Cinderace has taken itself out of this matchup. This is way too soon for Cinderace to be doing that, I think. It will lower the attack and special attack of Luxray, but Cinderace has been eliminated. We know that Turtonator will be coming back onto the field shortly. Now Toxtricity and Luxray can focus all their attention onto Colossal. And Toxtricity is going to go with a Hyper Beam. Always an amazing move to see. Colossal gets taken down into the yellow with that not very effective attack. Luxray is going to try to follow it up here. And it's going to go with a Spark, so it'll get that stab boost being an electric type. Colossal now is going to respond. And it's going to go with a Guard Swap, so it doesn't go for an offensive move. You have to think if it had gone for an Earthquake, that would have been shattering for Lumiose Lightning. So it switches its defense and special defense with Toxtricity there, as we're going to have Turtonator come back onto the field now. Now Turtonator is still in the yellow health, as is Colossal. Toxtricity and Luxray are both at 100%. Toxtricity is recharging now after that Hyper Beam, but that speed advantage is back on the side of the Lumiose Lightning. It's very rare that they're not the quickest team on the field. Turtonator now goes with the attack order. Going for Luxray here. Decent hit, almost taking Luxray down to 50%. It was a critical hit there, so it did help out Turtonator. Colossal now going to go with the Leaf Blade. Also going for Luxray, and that'll take it down into the red, so Luxray's holding on here. But some very good work done by Colossal and Turtonator to target Luxray there. Toxtricity now. It's going to go with a Taunt. And it's going to target Colossal with that move, so Colossal's going to be struggling for the next few turns. Won't be able to use its Metronome. Luxray now is going to go with the Sand Tomb, but Colossal avoids that attack. Now Turtonator is going to go with the Aurora Beam. Looks like he's going to target Toxtricity here. Very decent hit by Turtonator there, and Colossal again doesn't get to use its move that turn due to the Taunt. Toxtricity sets up and it goes with the Thunderfang. It's going to get the stab boost from this Bend and Electric type move. It's not very effective on Turtonator, however, and Turtonator is not paralyzed from that attack. Luxray is going to go with an Ancient Power. Can hopefully boost all of its stats with this move. Takes Colossal down into the red. It's super effective, and it will. So Luxray is going to boost its attack, defense, special defense, and its speed with that Ancient Power. And Turtonator's flinched, and Colossal, having no moves left, is going to go with the struggle. That's the second time in this matchup that Turtonator's flinched, but Colossal gets the recoil damage from the struggle and has been eliminated by its own move. Which means both Cinderace and Colossal have taken themselves out of this matchup, as we have Ninetales in Cantonian form come out for the Cinnabar Flare. And Ninetales could potentially be the quickest Pokemon on the field now, it should be. But Luxray with that speed boost will be going first, and it's going to go with a Mega Horn. Targets Turtonator with that move. It's not very effective though. Now Ninetales goes with the Parabolic Charge. This is going to hit everybody on the battlefield. It's not very effective on the Lumiose Lightning. It's not very effective on Turtonator either. It would normally restore Ninetales' health, but it's already at 100% HP. As we get a Rock Throw coming from Toxtricity, this will be super effective. Goes for Turtonator, and it'll finish the job. So Turtonator has been taken down by Luxray and Toxtricity working together there. With that said, the Lumiose Lightning have also taken the lead for the first time in this matchup. So very impressive, as we have Darmanitan in its Unovian form come out. Now Darmanitan has that amazing attack stat of 140. Let's see if it can make an impact in this battle. Luxray is going to go with a Recover. This is actually a brilliant move by Luxray to use, as you have to think if it was going to take any damage, it would have been eliminated. So it'll take itself back up into the green, all the way from the red here. Ninetales now goes with the Swallow, but it does fail. Now Darmanitan with its opportunity to make an impact in this matchup. And it's going to go with a Bone Rush. This will be super effective. Goes for Toxtricity here, and Toxtricity has been eliminated by Darmanitan. A very impressive hit with that super effective move. Only needed to hit one time, considering Bone Rush is a multi-hit move. Now we have Jolteon come out for the Lumiose Lightning. Jolteon had a very impressive showing last week against the Spikeman Devils. Held on for ages, avoiding moves from the Spikeman Devils. Let's see if I can repeat that this week, as it goes for a Thunderbolt. Targeting Ninetales there, instantly taking Ninetales down into the yellow. Very good stab attack from Jolteon there, as we get a Spite following up from Luxray. Also targeting Ninetales with that move. Ninetales' Metronome is reduced by 4. Now Ninetales goes with the Smog, but Luxray avoids that attack. Darmanitan looking to follow up that impressive hit on Toxtricity. Goes with a Dragon Rush. And it's going to go for Jolteon here. And Jolteon is hanging on by a thread. It is almost eliminated by that move from Darmanitan. Very impressive. So now Jolteon is in the red. Jolteon's going to respond with a Thrash. And a very impressive hit on Darmanitan of its own. Luxray could follow it up here. Goes with the Belly Drum, but that... So, it doesn't go for an offensive move here. Instead, it's going to max out its attacks that whilst also reducing its own health. Ninetales now. Goes with the Nuzzle. This won't be very effective on the electric types. Does it to Luxray and does very minimal damage. So Luxray is still hanging on there. Darmanitan's going to go for a Mega Drain though. Whoever it targets, you surely got to think. And it goes for Luxray. And no, Luxray's still holding on. Amazing. Luxray takes 2 hits whilst it's in the red and it's still holding on. It's brilliant for the Lumiose Lightning. They need this victory. They are on a 5-game losing streak. And Jolteon there targets Darmanitan, takes it down into the red. Very impressive hit. Luxray is going to go with a Flying Press. Goes for Ninetales with that move and takes out Ninetales. Ninetales has been eliminated. This is brilliant play here by Lumiose Lightning. They take back that lead. Darmanitan, though, if it goes for an offensive move, could tie it back up and it's going to go with a Heat Crash. So he's going to target Jolteon. Jolteon's finished off, so we're all level here. 2v2 is remaining in this matchup. We have Magnezone now come out for the Lumiose Lightning. And it's Magmortar coming as the last Pokemon for the Cinnabar Flare. Both those Pokemon were the second draft picks for the two sides. As I was saying, Lumiose Lightning need this victory. They are on a 5-game losing streak. They're currently sitting 15th. And if they don't start winning games, they will not make the finals. They still have a chance. We get a Torment from Luxray targeting Darmanitan here. Darmanitan sets up for its turn. Goes with a Draining Kiss. And it goes for Luxray. This should finish it off. And it does, so the Cinnabar Flare are going to take the lead in these dying moments of the matchup. It's brilliant for the Cinnabar Flare as they're currently sitting in 7th and they want the victory. They want to be secured in the top 8 as we get closer to the finals. That rest from Magmortar is going to fail and Magnezone now. It's going to go with a triple kick. It targets Darmanitan, it doesn't though. Targets Magmortar instead, and with that first kick, Magnezone has received the burn from Magmortar's Flame Body. That second kick gets a critical hit and it only hits twice. So Magnezone takes damage from that burn. But as I was saying, Cinnabar Flare want the win. They want to be secured in the 8. We're ever closer to the trials at the end of the season. Darmanitan with no moves left is going to go with a struggle. It's going to get that recoil damage as well, and it'll finish itself off. So this is another Pokemon from the Cinnabar Flare taking itself out of the matchup. Magmortar now. Goes with the Worry Seed, so it's going to give Magnezone the Insomnia ability, which means that Magnezone won't be able to go to sleep. Down to the last 2 Pokemon on the battlefield. Magnezone's going to go with a Fusion Flare. This won't be very effective on the Fire type. Hitting it with a Fire move. Magnezone takes that hit very well as, again, Magnezone takes more damage from that burn. So saying Lumiose Lightning, they need to get some wins. They're still hanging on with a chance to make the trials at the end of the season. But if they lose this, they might be out of the running. Magmortar's going to go with a Psy Strike now. A very beautiful and cool looking move. It takes Magnezone down into the yellow. It's not very effective, but it was still good at getting the job needed. Now we get an extra sensory, a psychic move of its own from Magnezone. Also taking Magmortar down into the yellow. Now it looks like Magnezone's holding on with a little bit more health than Magmortar here, but it's either Pokemon's game. Gonna get a Rock Throw coming from Magmortar. Not very effective on Magnezone. Magnezone has a huge opportunity here. And it goes with a Floral Healing. This is terrible for the Lumiose Lightning. This is going to restore Magmortar's health. So this will give Cinnabar Flare a huge opportunity. Takes Magmortar there back up into the green. That burn continuing to afflict Magnezone. Now Magmortar has the speed advantage and the health advantage at the moment. It's going to go with a Hyper Beam. We did see this earlier on in the matchup. And that will get the job done. Magnezone has been eliminated with a Hyper Beam. The Cinnabar Flare have beaten the Lumiose Lightning for the 2nd time this season. A big win for the Cinnabar Flare as we inch ever closer. We have 4 rounds left. So each team has 4 games left before we reach the trials at the end of the season. But again, a huge victory for the Cinnabar Flare. Seeing that guillotine early on by Colossal, always impressive to see a one-hit KO move. But the Lumiose Lightning, unfortunately, do not win here today. That is their 6th loss in a row, and next week they're going to host the 4 True Flyers in Lumiose City. So they will have the type advantage. But if they continue this and get 7 losses in a row, you have to think they will be out of the running to make the trials at the end of the season. Whereas the Cinnabar Flare still doing very well. They're in the 8. This could potentially move them up closer to the top 4. And next week they're hosting the Sandalwood Swarm on Cinnabar Island. So they'll have a typing advantage as well next week. The Sandalwood Swarm have been very inconsistent and are battling desperately to get in the top 8. So the Cinnabar Flare will have a challenge on their hands because surely the Sandalwood Swarm will be fighting hard. Now Luxray and Toxtricity worked really hard to get even Jolteon to keep Lumiose Lightning in this matchup, but Darmanitan did very well, getting some massive hits in there, and like I said, Cinnabar Flare doing very well. Very impressed with Darmanitan's ability to take down both Toxtricity, Jolteon, and Luxray in this matchup. Unfortunately, taking itself out with that struggle. But now, with a 9-5 record, you have to be confident on the Cinnabar Flare's chances. But that Hyper Beam at the end, always good to see. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, always remember, you are awesome. And I will speak to you guys next time. Bye.